right, well, welcome back to Backyard Cars. And today I bought a 71 Cadillac. It's in mint condition, not anything wrong with it, and it's not very big. So I'm going to search around for it. I'm not sure where they dropped it at, but I'm sure we find it pretty easy. So let's go to finding where it's at. Well, luckily for us, it's not hard to find. Oh, nice. As you can see, it hasn't run in 40 years. Well, that's what I'm told. That it's been sitting since 1985. And, well, it sure doesn't look like it, right? The record guy already had the hood popped, and so I kind of took a peek down in there, and I did open the door and look inside over there. Then my curiosity got the best of me, and I wondered if the rear tires would hold air, and, well, they do. So that was positives amongst all the negatives you're thinking right now, looking at this economical vehicle. And some of you may be saying, why? Why would you try to save this? Why not? You know, sure. It probably single-handedly contributed to climate change. But what doesn't, you know? So let's try something cool. Well, I think what we'll do first is I'll walk you around the car and we'll take a peek at it. And we'll kind of tell the story that I've heard about it and see if we can match it up. This is only the second time I got to see the car. I saw it for 10 minutes on a flatbed tow truck before I said, yeah, I want that. Now, I might be regretting it a little bit right now, but let's dig in and see what we find. Maybe it changes my mind. And it's getting hot. It was cold here in Florida this morning, and now the sun is out and it's cooking, so I'm probably going to change into some shorts and a t-shirt because I have code here. Some of you guys are, you got garages and you live on farms and you've never heard of code enforcement. But here, this is frowned upon. So I got to get some wheels on it that hold air and wash it and try to make it look like it hasn't been sitting for 40 years. What am I doing? All right, so as you can see, how do you not like that front end? As you can see, it's been sitting and it's all there. I've looked at everything. Turn signals, knobs, look, the badge is there. Sedan DeVille. Very nice. Look at the old school turn signal. Even the lens is still in that. It's hard to see that, but that's the old turn signal things on the end of the fender to tell you driving that your turn signal's on. I think this light on the side here turns on white when you hit the blinker to light up this side of the road, and the actual turn signal is down in the front there. I think. I don't know. You tell me. It's got a nice patina. Some of y'all are looking at this saying, man, that is disgusting. And it is. When we wash it, it'll look much better, but there is surface rust. I can't tell if that's a blue or a green that's underneath it. It's got both the fender skirts. There is a little rust right here on this area here below the trim. I think there's a ding over here too. Not horribly bad. A little surface rust here. But everything on this side is solid. Look at that. And the roof is peeling up. But I was tapping and poking, and I don't think we're going to find anything too bad underneath there. I'm not touching this yet. I'm going to suck that with the vacuum, but there may be a soft spot right there. Let's see if we can get around to the... Look at the tail end of this beast. I mean, what? We got the caddy badge back here and the one on the center trunk. And check out the louvers. Louvers in the trunk deck. And then, this was the selling point for me when I saw this. Look at the hitch. Let's see if we can't go down here and get you a shot of that hitch. What in the world? This joker goes way up there to an I-beam. What was he pulling with this? I was told that Pops pulled a 24-foot camper with this Cadillac. And let's see, the tag says 86. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, 86. May of 86 is the last time the car was registered. So that's almost 40 years. That's 39 years. But I was told it was parked in 85. This is the worst side for the rust. I think this side might have been where the pole barn had collapsed or something, but we got the same kind of rust here. And then this is like a peeled paint, and we got a good amount of, you know, there might be Bondo there. Somebody might have fixed this at one time before. I don't know. But that's probably the worst of it there. And this one little spot right here, which I'm going to say is probably the same on the other side, you know? And that's a shame. But that should be fairly easy to patch up with some new metal, if, you know, we wanted to. Let's get back here. And I did throw air in both back tires because they were the only two on the beads. And they both took air and have been holding it, you know? I mean, what are your impressions here? Like, this is all solid. All the trim, top bombs. Yeah. I have no keys right now. I'm waiting. The guy that has the title and the keys is supposed to be sending them to me. And so I'm not going to try and do anything crazy, but the car's unlocked. So let's open it up and see what we got going on in here. It's a bit funky. Look at that door panel. Well, we got some mouse chewage down there. He was hungry. That door panel looks like it's in pretty good shape. We're missing the little caps on it there. Man, that is funky. That's like wet socks or something in there. So you got a CB or... Oh, is that a trailer brake in the center? Might be. Oh, we got the hubcaps. Sweet. All 4 hubcaps are right there. But look at this. The wipers are in the door. It's pretty tricky. All right, let's try and get up in here real quick. I mean, it's nasty in here. You know, just so y'all know, this is like wolf spider and every spider you could think of. And what's on here, this is like mold and mildew. This type of stuff give you hantavirus quick. We got to be prepared for it. Oh, she had old CB radio in her at one point in time. I think that's a fuzzbuster. I'm going to lean in here in a minute and see if we can't touch it, but look at the seat. It's power too. I mean, everything's going to be power, tilt, you name it. Look at the radio over there. Man, is this thing funky in here and hot and musky. I mean, that's putrid. And it's a pillarless car. So when the windows are down, there's no pillar there. It's all wide open. Oh, Lord. Spitters. What's going on? All right, run, guys. It's not looking bad in here. Headliner looking good. Yeah, got a little fungus on it. There's a fungus among us. See, look, there goes spiders right there. I don't like creepy crawlies. I'd rather deal with a mouse in here or something. Looks like it got pretty wet at one point, huh? That is funky. Let's see if we can get the other side open. I mean, look now. That's power windows and the windshield. I saw some cracks in that windshield. So that's going to be kind of hard to... They don't look bad though, but... So this side definitely looks like it got the worst of the water. Maybe, right? Or is that just spider webs on top of the carpet? It might just be spider webs all over the carpet. Oh, mouse. He was partying up in there for a while. Spiders. Look at the clock in the dash right there. But look, the interior in this car it's complete and is not, it's dirty, but it ain't tore up or nothing. It's pretty putrid, huh? This is the first time this thing's been open, all four doors, in a long time, guys. What does it look like back there? Alright, this is a car, normally, I'm digging in, but this one here, this is rough. You're gonna need... Damn, that door just shut perfect. You're gonna need some gloves. And oh my lord, did you see that? That door just shut like it never stopped. Oh, this thing is going to be so much fun. All right, let's get over here and let's see what's under the hood. What do we got pushing this boat? It's got to be big if you hauled a camper with it, right? All right, well, let's get under the... Oh, that door don't shut so good, but we'll get to that. Let's get under the hood here and see what do we got power in this. I was hoping for the Caddy 500, but I don't think it was available in 71. I think the engine that was... The engine that was available in 71 is a 470 something. 474, 472. It's the Caddy 500 with a shorter stroke, apparently. And that's what's in here, maybe. And it looks to be complete. If you could see past the insulation, you could see that. And I don't want to touch the insulation because I don't want to be itchy. So, it's got to come off though. Just not right now. Let me get down in here and we'll see what's... No, there's nothing alive, so it's safe. And here's where we're at. Under the old hood. The Cadillac 472 V8. Like, I don't know, 325 horses or something like that? 285 horses? I don't know. And a lot of torque. Almost 500 pound-foot of torque at 2,800 RPM or something like that. And it appears like everything's there. Looks like there's an old Q-jet up there. AC still on it, belts, alternator. Story is it ran when it was parked in just before 1986. That's what I've heard, and we're trying to verify that. We got power brakes and a dual master. Look at the gap between the firewall and the trans, or the back of the motor. That's mammoth. I don't understand that. It's a front distributor, kind of like the Fords. But let me try and lean back here. Like there's a big gap down here. Like all the motors today are sit all the way to the firewall, you know, tight. All right, well, we got no keys, and I did not see. I guess let me check real quick. Oh, did you see the Iuga horn? I just noticed that there. She's got an Iuga horn in it. And what is all this stuff? We got a yeller light. What is the yeller light? Can y'all see that? Let me try and block the sun. What is that? There's like a yellow light here and a big old spotlight right there. Back behind the grill. Could you see that from inside it? Yeah, you can. There's a yellow light there and a big spotlight right there. I'm going to have to track that wiring and see. What is the switch right here? Is it going to that switch? Nope. That wire's going way over there. And it appears to be cut right there. Okay. Alright, I'm not figuring out nothing right now. Let's see. I just wanted to see real quick if there was something in the glove box that yeah. Is that a button over there? It pops the trunk. Or is that just for the light? Can you see it? Oh man, I don't want to get in here. This is the side where all the spiders are too. I'm planning on dropping Raid in here first, but that does look like a button for the trunk right there, right? So we get a battery in it. Maybe we can bump that and pop the trunk. Man. So we're not getting in the trunk right now. Alright, so first order of business with this boat is going to be probably jacking up this front end and getting these tires some air in them, because she's got to sit good. And we're going to rip off this stuff here off the hood, and we're going to wash it like right off giddy up, because my neighbors are Code will get me in the morning. We got to make it immediately look like it's halfway decent, you know? I mean, we ain't got to shine juice it or anything, but we got to wash it. And that's going to be so hard to do right there. What are the chances of getting that back on the bead? I mean, it's only flat on one side. No, I guess it's flat on two sides. Okay. That might be no good. I guess let's get set up and start moving on the work. Well, when we were finished washing it yesterday, we went inside. And now, today, I've jacked it up and I got both the front tires to go back on the bead, but they're leaking. And I raked all this styrofoam out from underneath the car that apparently I blew out of the cowl area. Probably mice. But neither one of these tires are going to hold air because both beads are leaking pretty good. One right here. The other side's even worse, but I mean, the tires were triangles, so what are we supposed to do? And I know some of y'all are screaming, don't be cheap, go put some tires on it. But I don't even know if the thing runs. I don't even know if I got paperwork for it. I don't know a lot of things. So I know that code enforcement sees flat tires and dirty vehicles, and they raise a stink. So we just got it. It's a little backwards, I know, but we got to make it look like, well, it's going to be hard, but we got to kind of make it look like it's registered. Like it don't have a tag on it. Or, yeah, make it look like it's not sitting here with an out-of-date tag. And I got to figure out moving to a place where they don't have code enforcement. Does this one spin? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, she might. She might not. Yeah. Let's get that. Oh, yeah. Like new. Just like new. Man, people go to Pilates and they go to the gym and stuff. I don't understand all that. I do enough working out. I just rolled a tire through a parking lot. All right, let me get a trash bag. We're going to get this picked up. We're going to set her back down. We're going to get under the hood, rip all the insulation down, and we're going to find out if she runs. Oh, yeah, the doors are open because... Why are the doors open? Oh, because we dropped foggers in there last night. Off camera. I'm not sure it was legal what we did. But there's no battery in the car, so it couldn't have blown up. But I'm pretty sure there was enough fogger to, you know, cover 3,000 square foot. And hopefully that removed all of the occupants in the old Cadillac. The other tire already flat? Probably. Yep. That was a good hour's worth of work for nothing. Now it holds the air for about 10 minutes. Where is the thing? Hey! Hey! Man, that's a ton. Alright, let's see about getting this stuff out of our face. Oh, that's nice. It's wonderful. So, I went to look at a Nova. And the Nova was completely trashed. And then I saw a Honda Civic, like a 79 Honda Civic, and it was cool, but I wasn't buying that. And then there were some 50s Volvos, like 3 of them, with no titles, and also pretty roached. And then when I turned around to leave, I saw this sitting on the wrecker. And I don't know why. Maybe because something about it screamed, I got a big block. But I wanted it. And so I made an offer that they turned down. And then later on called me back and said, we'd rather see it try to get saved than it get crushed. So they took my offer. And then me being the guy that I am, well, I weaseled in the drop-off. I said, sure, but can you drop it off at my house now? And of course I did that via text message, so I don't know what their thought process was, but here it is. This stuff is brutal. And the story goes is the owners of the vehicle are out of state. It was the father's car of the owners. That's my understanding. I was told by the guy that I did all the dealing with, and I don't know how true the story is, but I was told the car only has 40,000 miles or something like that. I haven't verified none of that. They said that the old man pulled a 24-foot camper with it. I don't know if that's true or not. And I was also told it ran when parked. And well, I mean, it's complete. I guess let's pull the dipstick and see what we got there. Oh, she's full. Ish. Let me see you. Okay. That was on the gloves. Let's get a fresh dollop of that. Oh, yeah. Right on the full mark, and it don't look bad. I mean, let's see what it feels like. I ain't got gloves on. What am I doing? Oh, that smells old. Feels good, but smells old. I don't smell fuel. A little bit. But it definitely feels good enough to give it a fire up. She's got a lot of things going on under the hood here. AC compressors, and we're never putting that back on. AC compressors and chargers and ooga dooga horns. Stuff's unplugged. What could that possibly go to? Well, my final thought is to just hose it down with the hose, not a pressure washer. We're just going to hose all the dirt off of it. Try to squirt out what we can and go from there. It's nasty. I mean, my lungs feel it the most. So, without further ado, alright, let's get this off now that we've hosed her out and let it dry. We got some of the stuff out of it. There's still a lot of stuff in here, but let's see what we're looking at in here. Oh, that's actually really clean. Surprise. No mice. No nothing crazy. What is all this? What is all this stuck to the... Oh, yeah. Throttle plate. Oh, that's good. You know? Okay, that's all working. Choke's on. Well, I need to get a flathead screwdriver. We'll get into the points here because we're gonna have to clean those. That's looking good. Where's our fuel line? It goes off and over there. Oh, well, it comes off and over here and then back over there. Where's the fuel pump on a Cadillac? Oh, of course, it's gonna be. Wait, where'd it go? Is the fuel pump down here? Where's this line going? It comes off the carb, around over to here, down to there, under the AC. Oh, I see it. Okay. It's under the power steering pump. I might be able to get that from the front bottom. We need to cut the line. Go into the tank. Let's try and get into the thing here that does all the sparking. See what we're looking like. Oh, hey, well, that actually looks good. Where's my points? Where's my points? Where's the Phillips head? Let's get this rotor button off. It's pointed down right now. I'm sure it only goes on one way. I mean, it looks dirty, but it's gonna fire is what it says to me. Oh, those old points ain't got nothing left on them. Well, I guess I need to definitely get a battery in it. Probably run a hot wire to here. Hot wire our starter, wherever that is. Alright, well, we got us up on the power steering pump right here. See what I'm saying? And our crank is right down there. And we're hoping that when I've already tugged on it a couple times and I thought it was moving, but now I got a light and a camera. We're going to try and see if we can see, is the crank moving? It looks like it is. Oh, it definitely is, right? Can y'all see it? Try to get down there where you can see the crank moving, right? Yep, that's moving. Uh-oh, we just stopped. Not good. Not good. Okay, let's see. Can we go backwards with it? Uh-oh. We might have just hit a ring ridge or something. Could just been that the belt broke free. See if we can't get it to go back a little bit. Oh, it did. It did right there. I know, you never want to spin a motor backwards, but you also want to make sure it's going to make some rotations. I think we're probably going to have to pull the plugs. Yeah, it's just slipping now. I think we lost contact with our belt. Might need to just pull the plugs and hit it with the starter. Well, I did get the motor to spin around a little bit, but I'm going to feel better pulling the plugs and pulling the plugs, checking down in the cylinder, maybe squirting some PB blaster trans fluid in there to kind of lube it up a little bit. And when it's time to go to spinning it, there's no resistance. She's just gonna turn. All right, I pulled all the plugs out of it, and they all look about the same. A little fouled, not enough timing. Let me see if I can't put my hand behind them here. Right? A little fouled. Definitely not enough timing. One of them, the driver's side rear, has got a little bit of water corrosion on it. And, you know, you definitely couldn't have gotten them all out without breaking one. You know what I'm saying? So, you win some, you lose some. Probably be smart, put new plugs in it anyhow. But I cut the fuel pump line, and I have squirt tranny fluid into all of the cylinders to lube them, and spun the motor and all that good stuff. So now we're just going to let the engine and the starter do a little turning, and hopefully she makes 360 degrees multiple times, and we start feeling confident that she's going to be a runner. So I ain't turning all that fast. That joker's stinky. Sweetness. All right, so yesterday we left off with putting the plugs back in, and I think we checked for spark and all that, but we got all the plugs in, the wires are back on. We did test the coil and a couple other things off camera. I've rigged up a line here to power the coil to the bat tray, and this is going down to my starter. I gotta grab the other wire, and we're gonna fill the carb and see if she runs. Got the extra wire we'll hook up for this. Let's get the battery on. Get some wire. Got that down. We got 12 volts going to the things. This is some 2-cycle mix that we're just gonna dump in here and fill the bowl. Maybe it feeds off that carb. Maybe it don't. But we're gonna give it its best shot. Some for you and you. Oh, some for the whole car. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. But, you know, we're not the smartest people. Are we now? Here we go. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. I'm feeling good. I mean, that sounded great. It didn't pull off the bowl though, right? Did not. That was just what we spilled down it. Okay, we gave you a lot now. Let's see. Ooh. Maybe I'm giving it too much fuel. I'm gonna call that a win. She is a runner. All right, I feel good about it. We know it runs. It's not pulling through the carb, or it would have ran off them bowls, and it did not. But it runs. We heard the big block run. What do we do now? I want to drive it. All right, I know we can't do that. I guess we got to pull the carburetor and tear it open. See what we got. Let's get the power off so we don't burn up our coil. It's points. You leave it power on and you burn things up. How hot is it? Oh, that's pretty warm. I think you can convert these to HEI. Probably going to do that. Make it a little bit more simple. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Let's get the battery out of it and get that back on the charger because it's going to need it. That started so easy. I mean, just so easy. Did I mention that's a big block? 300, like 45 horsepower with 500 pound-foot of torque at like 2,300 RPM. I probably mentioned that. So we have got everything disconnected that I can see. The fuel line was jammed back in here, so I had to cut it here because it wasn't coming loose. So that's a bummer, but we got enough metal line over here. We can just tap in a little small spot of, where's that one at? Down there? Okay. We can just tap in a small spot of hose over there and we'll be good. And what we're going to do is tear this apart and see if we can't clean it out and rebuild it. I'm not a big fan of the Quadrajet, but I think it's probably the easiest option right now is to try and put it back correct, you know? Well, okay. How many more vacuum lines here? Can I just get one? Oh, what is that thing? Oh, I don't even know. That's the thermal pod that it sits in. Oh, broke that. Okay. All right. As you can see from our outside trailer workbench, big old butterfly, that we have completely disassembled the Quadrajet, and we found trash all up in it. And it looks like actually like it was rebuilt not too long ago. Well, 40 years ago. But it's got trash all in it. I mean, even the accelerator pump diaphragm is flexible. It's not all crunchy. And everything in it looked real clean, including the needle. Looking at that, it doesn't even look like it's been used. So somebody may have went to get this going before and never did. Or they got the carb done up and the points. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why it got parked. Because they rebuilt the carburetor and the points went out and they were frustrated at that point. But now I got to get some carb cleaner, blow out all the orifices everywhere, clean the surfaces up real good, and get the carb kit. That was that pipe. I got to separate these two and get a new, I think I actually have one somewhere. Get a new piece for that so we can splice back on the rubbers. I never understood what these blocks are for, Is that like a splash block or something? Maybe it's meant to keep everything from wiggling. I don't know. But let me go get the rebuild kit, and I'm going to clean this off camera because who wants to watch me clean? I mean, we just stick the carb cleaner in every hole and blow it off. You know what you're doing. I'll bring you back when we stick it back together, and maybe I can put it back together right. I mean, it is a Quadrajet, and they're a pain in the butt. Well, since we're waiting on carburetor kit, I think we're going to jump in here and go treasure hunting. See what kind of treasures we can find in the feces. And I got me some, EPA equipment. I don't even understand. Can't believe this is on camera. Oh, I can't even put that thumb in there. I'm going to have to one-hand this because that thumb, I cut the end of it off. It was a big ordeal with a pair of dikes. Let's not talk about that. I got some glove on and I got a mask because not only is it funky in there, but stuff floats around every time you touch it. And I don't know if this will save me, but it might help my lungs because I'm pretty sure there's mold and mildew and whatever else. Hopefully you can hear me still. Check, audio. All right, let's see what we got. Actually, let's shut that while we get in here. Yep, we got some hubcaps. We got original hubcaps. Ow. And they're all in great shape. And I just hit my thumb. We're hoping to find some keys in here. This mask is killing me already. I already can't breathe. And like, every time I pull for a breath, it's brutal. Ow. Okay, let's see what we find. That's all roll of tape. Oh, my thumb hurts so bad. What is this? That is a big piece of copper. Just insulated copper. That'd knock you out. I mean, if I gotta hit you with that, you're going down. Okay, what else can we find in here? And we gotta pull it out. If we find it, hello? Anything under there? I'm kind of too scared to put my hand on it. Okay. Driver's seat looked pretty solid. This is the part that's going to scare me, right in there. We set off bug bombs in here. That's what that is. This is a rag that, oh, they pulled it up under the seat. Okay. I'm pretty positive we're going to find creepy crawlies in the trunk. They're living under the back seat. You see all that stuff? I'm not trying to breathe that. I get that pillow out of here. How did the pillow not get ate? I don't understand. They ate everything else. After touching this. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep hands clear, like same hand as the stuff. So scared. I'm so scared. Oh man, see? I feel like a mouse is coming out from under that seat on me. They tried to pull everything that they owned up underneath there. And some of the stuff they didn't. Okay, that's a whole curtain or something that was left in there. That's 2 items pulled up underneath the seat. So the rodents are under the seat. Under the seat and all the way into the trunk, I'm sure. Just a sunshade. Oh, man. I'm going to pull those mats out, but not today, I don't believe. There's some spitters, spatters everywhere. Champion spark plugs. Well, I think that's what we just... I think those are the old schools for the ones we just put in it. We're going to look at those in a second. Make sure there's nothing else under there I can see. The last thing is what we got in the glove box. We're really hoping to find the keys here, you know? Oh, this car is so nasty. That's the Cadillac manual. Set that down. Maybe we'll see if we can't salvage that. Salvage that. Going in. At least now they know it's time to go. It's time to get out of here. You hear me? No. Alright, let's check out these plugs. I mean, if they're good plugs, we're going to put them in, right? Actually, let me get this thing off my face. Whew. I couldn't breathe. If they're brand new plugs, they're going in. Oh, sweet. They are brand new plugs. Awesome. That is super cool. I mean, thank you, whoever owned the car before me, for thinking about me. Alright, that was was good. What about this? The Forza. Same thing. Oh, yeah. Some of you are probably like, oh, you should save those. I'm going to save them. I'm going to put them in the car where they belong. That's wonderful. These things are like $4 a piece nowadays. So that just saved us like $80, man. All right. I'm going to call that a victory. We can take the gloves off. Well, at least the one. Let's grab our mask. Shut the rest of these doors. They just close so good. Oh, I got to grab my plugs. Well, I feel much better now. At least the inside's clean. We went through it. Clean. Oh god, it stinks so bad in there, man. We went through. We got out the biggest of the things, you know? So now, my carb kit won't be here till my son gets home in about an hour. Yep. And I'm going to rebuild the carb in the dark. So, we'll probably going to come back to us putting it on the car, if not it already on the car, and a little test fire. All right. It's a couple days later. I'm lazy. But I rebuilt the carburetor. I did that in the dark and didn't film it because they're all different. All the quadrojets are a little bit different. So if I did a how-to, somebody would have a different model and tell me I'm wrong. So you just got to know your model. And if you're watching me, you already know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, let me know in the comments. If I get enough comments, maybe I'll make a how-to on one of those. I'm not really a how-to guy. I just kind of do, and you do, and we have fun doing. So, carb is back on. Everything seems grand. We can fill the bowl. Got down there, and I pulled all the hoses off the fuel pump. I'll let you see that. We're going to rig up a temp system and make sure that we're pumping fuel up to here from a boat tank. You know, and then we're just going to let it run. All right, so we have got our boat tank hooked up down there with the return. We got some hose up on here that I don't think I've tightened down. And We got a squirter here. We're going to put some power to it and hit it with some juice and just turn the motor over and see if the manual fuel pump picks any fuel out of that pump down there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this battery's got enough juice to do this. It should just pick it up pretty easy, I would think. I think it's gonna do it. I don't think it's gonna pick it up. Surprise, surprise. No fuel pump. Uh-oh. That's no good. Well, I know, I last left you off. We were trying to see if the boat tank would, work with the fuel pump, and we came to the conclusion that it would not, that the fuel pump was dead. But as I was putting everything away, I realized that my boat tank, the pickup tube had actually broken on it. So we were just sucking air. So real quick, I jerry-rigged it back up and tested it, and the fuel pump works. It shot fuel clean over to the Jeep. So, I took the air hose and I blew in, and it blew back, and I got nothing in return. And then I did the return and blew in and got nothing out. But it stunk real bad back here. So I walked to the rear of this Scarab, and that really cool hitch that Pops put on it, it blocks the entire tank and has to come off. And I don't want to get underneath it right here. Make your jokes, but I don't want to do that under there, back there. And I got no key. I could run it on the boat tank, but we got no key, so we can't steer it or put it in gear. And I want to do that. So I thought, let's work on the ignition. But then I took a peek inside, and not quite ready to tackle that yet. So I'm going to pull the vinyl top off. I mean, it has to happen. And that's where we're at. Maybe when I get some help, like my oldest son, he can help me vac and scrub, and I'm just not ready to do that yet. Maybe when the sun goes down a little bit, I'll have more motivation. But I got a razor blade, and I'm pulling off the vinyl roof because it's trashed, and it has to come off. It's nasty. And I'm pretty sure if I just go to snatching, I'm not going to get this exactly right. So I'm going to try and cut this back as far as we can down in here. Like so. And maybe I do it from this side. Just try to get as much of it out as possible. You know what I'm saying? delay any longer. I have to clean the inside because I have to sit in there and get the column figured out, or we're never going to drive it. So, whew, got on some gloves. It's pretty nasty, and I'm going to cover my face so I don't breathe in all the nasty stuff here. Try to do my best not to get sick. Well, we got all the seats clean and the door panels clean, and now I got to get this thing off of the steering wheel because you're never going to get it clean, and we got to pray that we can clean the steering wheel. This is nasty. And then we're going to pull the steering wheel off because we got to get the ignition out. And we're going to try really hard to do it without destroying the column. Alright, Phillips head engaged. Is it a Phillips head? Is it not a Phillips head? Is it not a Phillips head? I don't even know what it is. I mean, it was 1971, so either it was a Phillips head or a flathead, right? Well, I'm going to tell you that it's neither. That's definitely going around something. What is it? 5/16 damn bolt? I don't understand. Alright. Eyes don't fail me now. It's a 1/4 inch socket. Just in case you guys were needing to know. It's a 1/4 inch socket. They weren't playing around with the steering wheel on the Caddy. Oh, no spiders? That's probably something I should step out when I take that out, just in case they don't jump out on me, you know? I don't think the horn thing was supposed to just come out like that. Oh, and then I just bent it. That's no good. Well, I got my pulley puller, and the crescent wrench was close, so I just grabbed that. We'll get that nut off of there, and then we'll put the pulley puller on. Well, that was the wrong size, but it worked. It's definitely the wrong size there. It needed to be a little bit skinnier than this claw tooth is. Claw tooth, I don't know. What do you call that? You know, you got to put all your tools away. All right. That's coming. There's a spring with the wheel. Spring with the wheel. Does the spring stay with the wheel? Okay. Feels pretty dangerous all the way around, to be honest with you. Lock plate. Alright, it got aggressive. I had to take the whole bottom panel off down here and the column piece to get the... Somebody's out there ripping it. To get the whole dealie out here. Right in the back side there. There you go. Maybe. And I just jammed the flathead in there and out popped the ignition. So I was wrong originally. I thought it was the pin one that has a screw in it. And this body locks in there. So, ignition's out. I think I got one coming tomorrow. A couple other parts coming tomorrow. So I think I'm going to hold off and just put it all back together when it all comes and we know we're good. So, I'll see you when I got the new ignition. Well, we got the wheel back together. We cleaned the bottom panel. Oh, let me get down in here. This is actually really clean. The wheel is deteriorated, as you can see. It's not great. So we'll have to just put another cover on it, but it is clean and no longer funky. And I got the standard ignition switch. Got the old one out. I put the whole wheel back together, and somewhere in that, I said to myself, that's probably a bad idea. I'm probably going to have to push on something, you know, to get it in. And I'm almost sure that's the case. But this little deal here should just, if it gets in there just right, should just push down as we jam it back in. You know, and just, you know, do the things. Okay, what's the malfunction? Okay, it's turned. Now it's not. Oh. Okay. Where are we at? We gotta go again. Oh, looky. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the key. I wasn't looking at the camera. But it's in. And we got keyage. Sweet. I feel like I own it now. Alright. So what's the first thing you do when you get an ignition switch? Right? You put a battery in it and you see what works and what doesn't. Alright, real quick before I forget about this. I actually thought this was a fog light, and I tracked all the wires down, and the wires went to the whistler. So what that actually is an eye for the radar detector. You know, the old school 70s technology, where you thought that was a fog light. I mean, it looks like one. That's the radar eye. And the whistler is your little beeper in the car that detects it. So that was pretty nifty. And then, also, I was wondering about this switch, and a lot of people said, well, that was probably an alarm. And I've been pulling the wires out, but yes, there was a battery power that came across to the switch, came out of the switch, went to this horn down here, that siren looking horn, and then over here on the fender well, let me see if I can get a better view of that. Over here on the fender well is a momentary push switch. So, and that wire actually goes up here and into the dash to hook to the door dealio too. So when power was sent to the deal by the switch over here, if you opened any of the doors or the hood, that horn would sound, and you better snip the wire before people start looking at you. So yes, that was an alarm, and I've gutted it. We're not using it. Maybe we put it back in later, but it doesn't work, and we're going to have to get in here and change belts and do a bunch of stuff that, it's going to be in the way for. And it don't work right now. I tested it. I jumped power and all over to it, and nothing's happening, so it's got to go. Let's hook up our fuel pump. We got everything wired up, hot wired to the battery. You know what I'm saying? I got a hot wire for the fuel pump. Just clamp it on. She should be getting fuel. We're just going to turn the key and see if it starts. I mean, we knew it ran, but I just rebuilt the carb. Oh, it's got a little lifter tap right now. It didn't have that before. Oh, let's see. Does it drive? Does she drive? No brakes. We got nothing. I got nothing. It's not going forward or backward. Okay. I assumed that was going to be the case. Oh, we got nothing on the dipstick. Let me shut it down. I don't want to burn up that pump. I don't see nothing leaking. She's a runner. She's a runner. But she's not a driver. We just keep plugging forward. What else can you do? We need tranny fluid. I need my phone so I can call the parts gods and say, parts gods, send me parts. I need to put this up here, and I need to unactivate the choke, because here in Florida we don't need a choke. All right, here we go. Hopefully it's I'm gonna have to get some fluid in there. Come on, girl. All right, well, it's got transmission, but it seems like the brakes are locked up. Okay. We got transmission now. Let's see if anything's leaking underneath it. I do not see a transmission fluid drip. Well, that's just great. It's got to be the rear brakes that are hung, huh? Because I spun both front tires. Well, we got transmission though. We know that it's going to go into gear. She's going to be a driver. But now Now we got to crack into the brakes. Well, unfortunately, I have been on the Google machine, and I'm like 3 days from everywhere when it comes to parts. All the brake stuff. I got to do something with the body, and she needs tires. I'm going to need some money. So, some of you are not going to be happy about this, but this is going to become a 2-part series now. Because I don't want to rush it. I don't want to just go buy 2 used tires and knowing that I'm going to have to put 4 on it. I mean, it runs. It goes into gear. The interior ain't bad. We're halfway there. So we know a lot. I mean, we got a good chance that we're saving it. So I think this is a safe stopping point. I can clean up where I'm at, regroup, figure out what we're going to do with the paint, wheels, tires, brakes, and take it for a drive in the next episode. I mean, some of y'all didn't even think it was going to run, right? Some of y'all said, "Why'd you buy that junk?" I don't know. I mean, we still got things to play with, and we could drag this out for 2 hours. But I just don't feel like rushing right now. I got some other things I need to do, so we're going to wait on parts, and then we're going to regroup and hit it hard. I like these hubcaps. I was thinking about it over and over and over, and I like the hubcap. Not a fan of the tire, but I like that hubcap. But I appreciate you watching so far, and we know it runs. Go down there and tell me what color you think we should do. Should we clear it? Should we do a new vinyl top? Or just, bed liner it? I mean, should we make it a fancy rig? Or a patinaed rig? Or a big black Cadillac? But that's for another episode. Do something somewhere down there. Ring the bell. Subscribe. And come back when we're going to take it for a drive, for sure. And we're going to try to smoke a tire. I mean, how do you not?